We're here at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum with Chris Anthony. He's a professional skier and documentary filmmaker. And Chris, I know that you have been so involved with the 10th Mountain Division, the famed 10th, the soldiers that fought the battles in World War II on the mountains of Italy. And we have a great exhibit here at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. You were involved with the Climb to Glory documentary, but you're taking it one step further. Tell us about what you're trying to learn about this amazing group of soldiers.
Absolutely. Well, when we did the Climb to Glory documentary, which was a partnership between the Snow Sports Museum here in Vail, as well as Warren Miller Entertainment, and I was kind of the catalyst behind that, but it kind of opened up a can of worms because all of a sudden we learned what we didn't know.
Yeah.
And the stories have been just flowing in. And to tell you the truth, this generation, they kept a lot of secrets and they didn't talk about it and they didn't Instagram, obviously. But right now, their trunks are opening. So the grandkids and the kids and the grandkids are finding stuff and they're digging into the archives, and more stories are coming out. And it's absolutely more mind-boggling what they accomplished in that very short period of time, but very high impact period of time during a very important part of world history and American history. So on that note, I've grabbed onto a couple stories and I'm going to do another documentary and tell another story about the 10th Mountain Division that has not been focused on yet. And this one takes place just right after Germany surrendered. And
what time period was that?
So June 3rd, 1945 is the specific area of the story that I'm telling, but I'm going to tell the surrounding part, why they were in this specific place in the Julian Alps and nobody really documented that they were there, and talk about that and tell that story.
Yeah, and basically it's kind of neat. They had that love of skiing, and that's what brought them to the 10th Mountain in the first place. A lot of ski racers and outdoorsmen and anything, they were enlisting in the 10th Mountain Division, so they decided to host a ski race on Mount Maingart. Tell us about this.
Yeah, basically the backbone of the 10th Mountain Division was the first American ski troop, and the reason that they came to be, it was an all-voluntary unit, but there was definitely a empty spot in our military to defend in the mountains, especially in winter warfare. So when this troop came to be, visualized by Minnie Dole, the creator of the National Ski Patrol, naturally they started recruiting skiers and outdoorsmen, and that first wave was a lot of these world champions, and there was a lot of champion type athletes in there, and these guys were like just fun. Remember too, they were 18, 19, 20 years old, 17, some of them lied about their ages. So they were teenagers, they were having fun, and they signed up for this division of the Army. And so it was very glamorous in a way, and it was kind of glorified, and it looked fun. They made movies about it, but all of a sudden these guys were thrown into combat, and because of their high morale and their athleticism and everything about them, they were the highest educated and IQ unit in the entire military. When it came time to battle, they were fearless, and what they accomplished and what they did was unbelievable in a very short period of time. And just the small stories that keep popping up of their accomplishments are just unbelievable. So on this journey that I've been set on, I keep stumbling across these stories. So I'm going to tell this one next, and who knows how many others there are going to be.
Well, and you've met a lot of people over in Europe that are excited to help you, and a lot of people here as well. And so, that's the thing. In order to get this documentary done, you need to gather that support, right?
Yeah, I'm doing this in a very special way as a not-for-profit documentary. So when I'm done, I'm just going to give this away. You can come see it here at the museum. I'm going to give it to schools, kids, whoever. We're just spreading the word. So the way that I'm doing this is through donations. So you can go on my website and chrisanthony.com, and I am a nonprofit, so this can be a tax-deductible write-off, and you can focus some funding right towards this documentary. I'll put your name in the credits, and you'll be part of this very historic thing.
Okay, well, it definitely is a fascinating story. Once again, if you'd like to learn more, or if you want to hop on and support this cause, you can do so by going to chrisanthony.com.